Hey, girl, what you been up to? Feel me?
I'm trying to survive.
Let the dragging commence. What's up, y'all? I normally wouldn't be talking about 90 Day Fiancé, but I got time today for No Neck Ed. He has embarrassed our girl Rose for the last time unchecked. It's time he was handled. Now, if you don't know, Ed and Rose are a couple on 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, and they have recently gone viral because Ed decided to tell Rose while they're on vacation that she got bad breath. She got kicking chicken. She got that funk. She got that karate kick. And Rose is in her early 20s, and she comes from a poor family that lives in the Philippines. He embarrassed her on national TV, and now everyone is talking about it. So I want to talk about Ed. Let's talk about Ed for a little bit. And your mama. No, I'm just playing. I like his mama. His mama is nice. We're going to leave her out of this. First of all, you are a whole troll. You are a human spinning top. How dare you tell this woman that her breath is stank on national TV? And he stays coming for her. This is not the first time he has embarrassed her. He has said so many different things about Rose on national TV. Like, why would you do that to somebody that you claim to love? First of all, okay, let's back up. Let's start from the beginning. You are a catfish, my ninja. You're a catfish, and not the succulent kind, the succubus kind. So Ed met Rose online, and they talked for about 3 months before they decided to meet up in the Philippines. And he tricked her. He told her that he was an inch or two taller than what he really is, and he ain't got no neck. He barely has a clavicle with his lying ass. Talking about he didn't want to tell her the truth because he didn't want to miss his chance or something like that. You are a whole troll. A troll under a bridge. And when they finally met at the airport, Rose saw him for the first time, and she was like, damn. So you said you was 5'2" or 3'5"? Now, I don't know if Ed has some kind of medical problem as to why his stature is so compact. And that's not really my concern exactly. Like, I'm not here to make fun of him for having a disability. I am here to make fun of him, though. But my concern about people like Ed is men like him that are much older, that seek out these young girls from these foreign countries that live in third world countries, treating them like they are bought and paid for. That's what I don't like. And you would think someone that looks like him, because he's probably been an underdog his entire life, you would think he'd have some sympathy for this girl and her plight. But no, he plays her throughout the entire season. He plays her over and over again, embarrassing the shit out of her. And it's always these little goat men that have the standards and expectations for these women. Phil, the goat man, has standards and expectations. So let's just talk about what happened with the bad breath incident. Phil takes Rose on vacation, right? And they're staying in this hotel together. He tells her, hey, I got a surprise for you. And he brings out a teddy and some lingerie and I think some swimsuits or something like that. So she's all excited. And he's like, well, I have another surprise for you. And he proceeds to break out mouthwash, a big ass bottle of mouthwash. Not one of those little travel sizes. He got her the adult size mouthwash, a toothbrush, and some toothpaste. And she's like, what? And he's like, I just want to tell you that your breath is not pretty. I'm sorry for laughing, but the audacity of this man. So she's sitting there just absolutely humiliated. And he tries to kind of clean things up. And he's like, look, I'm just concerned about your health. If you have an infection in your mouth, it can spread to your heart. And she's like, I don't have an infection. I do brush my teeth. I just have an ulcer in my stomach, and that's why there's a smell. So he's sitting there looking like a complete idiot, and he couldn't even follow up with anything. He didn't have anything to say. He was silenced at that moment. And she just looked at him like, you stupid fool. But realistically, I mean, anybody with some sense would realize that if that girl's breath smells as bad as he describes, that's not something you can take care of with some toothpaste and some mouthwash. That's either a decaying tooth, which you can't brush away, or like she said, some kind of problem going on internally. He just looked like a complete idiot in that moment. I hope he felt like one too. But she proceeds to call him ugly in Filipino, and I laughed so hard. Rose was like, my breath may stink, but at least I'm not an evil troll. And besides, what does he care what her breath smells like? It's not like he can smell it from down there anyway. So the next incident I want to talk about is when he told her that her legs were hairy. He told her legs were hairy. I swear, Ed hates her. Oh man, he just stays clowning poor Rose. So they were staying at a hotel, and this time he asked her if he could give her a foot massage. And she's like, yeah, okay. So she's sitting in her robe and her bathing suit or underwear or whatever, and her legs are exposed. And he's looking and looking, but he doesn't say anything. So the next morning, he decides to tell her, hey, your legs are really hairy. You kind of remind me of a man. And she's like, oh, well, you remind me of the penguin from Batman. No, I'm just playing. She didn't say that, but she should have. So anyway, they make a deal that if she shaves her legs, he'll shave his beard. And he's happy with that because she's grossing him out. Now, I've seen some ancient men in my young years, but the penguin, I think, takes the cake. I have never seen someone so little, so tiny, so round, with so many opinions about someone else. Because here's the thing. Rose may have that donkey kick. But that's something she over time can fix. You can't grow a neck and a clavicle. You can't add to your spine. You will always be an evil troll. You will always be a penguin. You will always be an otter. Deal with that. Anyway, so that wraps up this one. I just had to drag Ed a little bit because how dare that hoe? I'm for real. He ought to be ashamed of himself. This man is probably, 50 years old, preying on this young girl, and then has the nerve to get on national TV and clown the fuck out of her. So let this be a lesson to any of these other trolls who try to do that to another young girl. The T word's gonna come for you. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all on the next one. Bye.